Live with another episode of Friday then Saturday, Sunday. What? I am the hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil. I am your messenger of God. I am the first child of God, the serpent that gave the apple to Adam and Eve of all the wisdom and knowledge of the gods. I am Lilith reincarnated. Tonight's episode is going to be about the witch's garden. In order to keep up with me, you would have to catch my earlier video, my latest short, and what I posted on my community page. I'm guided to do this because we had pulled some cards actually last night, I think it was. There's some Viking type individuals from the fire realms that were telling us that we needed to start a fire for protection, to burn off the negative energies, which is what, curses and shit. So we're going to talk about curses and remedies and we're going to talk about basic herbology. Witchy Witch 101. What's up? Give me a second. Alright. Well, I do have some residual bad energy I gotta get rid of before we start with the good shit. Let me just start by saying I've spent the entire day with the gods, walking through time and space. And I'm back here in the human form. Like a fucking dead my god. It's great. Love it. Love it. I had posted a couple things about a couple people today, and it's just, your show-off behaviors never cease to amaze me. This whole, look at what I've accomplished. Alright? Now, where to begin? Wolfman comes back with the same bullshit. He wants to challenge my spiritual authority and the acts that he has any, and he wants to post something about Carl Jung's teachings and the gods. You are nothing more than a mere mortal that studies magic in the hopes that you can invocate such spirits into your life to guide you to the pleasures of this life. You're a foul human being, far from a god, far from anything of the gods. You don't know Carl Jung's teachings, because if you did, you wouldn't be such an egotistical bastard. But you serve a great purpose in everybody's healing. Because prior to meeting you, the biggest egotistical bastard that we were dealing with outside of Hades was Lucifer. Lucifer was blinded to the fact that he was such a loser, but all of us could see it. Until we met you. And then he sees the mirror on the wall. How low will they go, huh? And Russ, as I sit here and I post him and your piece of crap that you laid up with, it's like, wow, did we pay some karma? They look pretty on paper, don't they? But man, are they dumb-witted motherfuckers. Be careful of a good-looking person, bro. Because they make up for everything else through their looks. So you had Jonica out here today talking about, look at me and how, thank God I made a music career and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And this girl was like, yeah, there's a billion of us that feel like she does. Like, stick to the fashion, baby Nova. Agreed. That's what got you in the door. Don't forget what you're good at. Trying to be something else. Stay in your lane is what we say. And yes, if you want to make children's music for the rest of your life, then you might want to put your clothes on. And maybe have a child. Grow up a bit. Perhaps. But you're not making grown women music. You're making music for, as your boyfriend is, for hurt little girls. Everybody else that's in my crowd that's making music for hurt girls, please stand up. Can you all please stand up? That would be you, Allie. You're making music for hurt little girls. Royce, you're making music for hurt little girls. Logic? Oh, Jesus Christ. Mike Stud, hurt little girls. Hurt. Marshall Mathers, hurt little girls. Like, my crowd is a bunch of men. Are they? They look like a bunch of hurt females to me. They look like they're in their feminine emotions, real hurt about some shit. Angry and hurt. Anger is a reflection of hurt. So they're just walking around angry. You make music for angry girls. Angry feminine energy. That's who feeds off of your guys' music. Angry feminine energy. If I'm going to be in a feminine energy, I'm going to go to a Taylor Swift concert. Be in a positive feminine energy. Instead of going to a rap concert with a bunch of negative feminine energy. Oh. Am I lying? Am I lying? Is that not your demographic? A bunch of hurt little girls, whether they be in the male or female form. You're trying to reach people on a hurt level. To do what? With it. Make them hurt more. You guys are annoying. Anyways, going back to it, so I just wanted to point that out. Oh Lord. I got Wolfman over here trying to pretend, copy and paste every fucking thing. They're just as dumb-witted, bro. They're sexy but idiots. Both of them. I see the mirror on the wall. I'm looking at me and Russ. I'm like, damn. Our dating fucking, our attraction levels are as ugly as Marshall's right about now. Let's not look at Logic's wife. Oh, don't look at Royce. Don't look at me, little puppet. You know what the difference between us and them is? We can make a change, Russ. We can change. And maybe not you. I don't know. I believe in change. But in the essence, I can change. And that's where it is this guy was going to be everything I would fall for. The absolute fucking awful pattern of my life. And when he couldn't get my attention, what does he do? He put a naked picture of himself up on the internet to top it off. And as both of my friends said, you definitely supersized the fucking sticker. That's not the size of your hands, my friend. That's not the size of your hands. You forget, I was taught by a fucking prostitute exactly how to shake your hand and know what I'm dealing with. Oh, can I get an amen? Come on, guys, put your hands out. Let me see what you got. Come on, let me read your palms. I love Marshall's big-ass fucking middle finger to the world. Is that 9 3/4? I want to ride that choo-choo train. I'm dead. And that's what it is. When they can't get any attention, they're going to get sexual attention. And that's what he's doing. He's appealing to what? That will show you there's nothing but a bunch of bitches watching this dude get up there naked and shit. Who wants to see this dude naked? You want to see the picture? He thinks it's impressive, but I would rather see fucking anybody else. I mean, I already seen it. Why milk this cow while he's over there milking himself for free? That's what I told her. I was like, I don't want to teach herbology. It's alright, it'll still be fun for me. He's milking the cow he's milking his... Marsha, step out of the room, please. Oh, the imagery is too much right now. Alright, listen here, circle jerkers. I'm just not impressed. And that was my favorite post today. I laughed for 5 minutes in my car. I'm pretty sure I sucked in my belly button, dude. Like, seriously. I laughed so hard and my stomach hurt so bad. I posted this shit. It said, you want to impress me? Jump in the sky and stay there. Get the fuck out of my face, ho. If you can't fly, then get the fuck out of my face. I am such a cunt. I told you, don't make me cunt you. Oh, I'll cunt you. Do you like that, Marshall? That's my new saying. Oh, I'll cunt you. It's Friday then. Alright, everybody pull out your workbooks. Let's, like, fucking skip the bullshit. To our current events of people being stupid. Don't worry, they'll be stupid again tomorrow. So, damn, Russ, we look stupid, bro. We look, I mean, you do. I'm not actually with this dude, but, you know, every time I try to chase a dumb dude, I look stupid. You're actually laid up with one. A dumb dude. Well, we know who's wearing the pants in that relationship. Oh. Shit, because your fucking love language is Apple Pay, and you love to give that cash away. Listen here, sugar daddy. This is getting out of control. I just want to point out that I'm going to do better. I hope you do better. We need to do better. There's got to be something better than alopecia over here. You're such a used condom. Like, how can you reuse a condom, bro? Reused condom. Anyways, let's talk about the herb garden. I know just the herb to start with. I'm so much fun. I don't need anyone. What was really cool is, check this out. These are my herbs. This is my ISIS deck. So I told you I was in my ISIS and that we needed to do Egypt. So we'll do if we can. I don't think we can, bro. Really? No, I got too much books. I don't think we're going into anything Egyptian for like the next week. Just kidding. The Egyptian energy changed on Monday, so maybe we'll talk about it on Monday. Alright, I'm not going through these because I stumble on the words. They're very poetic. That's the herb you need. You just need some fucking... Or you might need to take some of the pressure off. Pretty sure you can find that anywhere in Colorado right about now. Alright, so let's talk about it out of the Wiccan book. All of my books teach you a little bit of herbology. And then this one's... I went to look. The same shit. No, we're not casting circles. Book of Shadows. This one teaches... There we go. Magical herbs on chapter 31. This one teaches just a whole bunch of them. And then I have other books that teach a bunch of them. And there's just a bunch of them. And so... Jesus. There's a whole bunch of them. What do you want to know? You want to know what I got? It's in the car, bro, and I actually have to go herb shopping. That's why I'm using this, to know what I need. Let's go backwards instead of forwards. Why? Because they're in alphabetical order. I needed... I don't know if I have yarrow. Yarrow is folklore calls this herb, and I know it's in here. I guess we'll go through the ones that are in here. So these are the fun ones. Thorn apples. Those are what's up there. Those little bastards up there. Crab apples. See them? Pink, pink. Pink, pink. Sunflowers. Poppy. Yeah, you can't find that in this. Dandelions. Blending hearts. The rose is like, if you don't have rose water, you're a weirdo. If you don't have some kind of rose, you're not actually working with any kind of magic. Really? It's the basis of all of it. Can't you see? What is that? I'm going to use this picture, bro. I'm going to put these away. This is going to be my new tree of life. Why? Because it's everything in there, of course. But it's far more beautiful than that one. And it just deserves to be with the feminine, because that's where it's all access. It's through the feminine. Through the rose. Isn't it beautiful? I'm going to keep that card there. At my altar. We'll try to get out of your head. That's really beautiful. Is it? Yeah, it is. We should read it first. You want to read that one first? Or you want to read the Calla Lily? Those are, you can't catch either. Not really. You want me or me? You want the good me or the bad me? I want all of you. They always do. Alright, let's talk about those ones first. And they go into all this huge, long, blah, blah, blah. Where'd you get these? I'm like the only person that bought this, bitch. Seriously? I think so. Same with the fucking... Because they don't know what they're supposed to do with them. Nobody takes the time to learn these, bro. You can't read them quickly in a tarot card. That's the difference between a tarot reader and an oracle. We give actual stories and context where they're just giving messages from the line. If you say so, dickheads. Alright, let's go. The Witch's Garden. That's where I turn to. 33. Ascending Masters. all the planets, all the elements. We need to learn these. Can somebody learn these, please? Learn them. Oh, and that's a good one to know. We need to learn these. Earth, air, fire, water. Can you guys remember these? We need to learn these. I mean, we're learning these, aren't we? Yes? Oh, there's a fun one. We need to learn these. Pay attention. Why? Because those are the fucking symbols that he's going to start shoving at your head. I told you, it starts with triangles. It turns into a kaleidoscope in your head. Alright, we need number 21. Not woodworm. I have lots of woodworm. Woodworm, alright, basics. As soon as I heard that. Woodworm and mugwort. You can burn them together, it's just a nasty burn, and if you're going to burn it, you make sure you don't burn it around children or around animals, and if you do, you still got to keep the fucking windows open. That is the most strongest thing for exorcism type fucking get the fuck off me type shit. I keep a small bag of it in one of my other purses. It's a great blend. Woodworm and mugwort. Mistletoe is always good too. If you can find some of that shit, send some my way. It's kind of hard to find. I can find mushrooms and fucking marijuana and cocaine, but I can't find this shit. You fucking Blue's Clues out there. Anybody want some fentanyl? It's all over the place. I can't find these fucking herbs, these ancient herbs. I went to the sunflower. That's not healthy. Or the poppy. There you go. Let's see. What am I looking for? Page 21, not 24. Give me a break. Alright. Venus, Mars, and the Sun. And it is all the elements. Okay? On page 110 and 111. So it has this long ass reading. Do you want to hear it? Alright, fine, because Jim Morrison wrote it. Blood is the rose of mysterious union, wrote Jim Morrison, and no other flower is such a potent symbol of love and the life force as rose. Rose is the symbol of beauty and harmony, situated in the sixth sephira. Got it? Known as the Typheth. I don't know. On the Calabastic, look. Told you, sometimes they spell it with a Q. They spell it all different in all different things. I've seen it spelled with a Q, a C, and a K, bro. Yep. Tree of Life and Jewish mysticism. The Tree of Life has 10 emanations of God that make up a creation. There are 10 emanations of God within you, which are these planets. You have to harness this energy within you to even ascend, bro. And so looking at someone idiotic as fucking Oscar, the tarot reader, you haven't even started the fucking journey into the shadow, loser. You can't do it in movement. You can't be part of the 3D and the 5D. Every guru in the world will teach you that. You must disconnect to connect. It's impossible to live in two worlds, moron. I show you how impossible it is by trying to come back into this world all the time. Idiot. Such an idiot. Ugh. Ugh. In the essence, I'm like, why do you have to bother me so much? So that Russ can learn. Because he was the thorn in my flesh before you came. And I'm not attracted to you. I'd rather ride Bobby. Gross. At this point. In Jewish mysticism, the Tree of Life has 10 emanations of God that make up creation, and together they make up the complete, realized human being. Why am I saying this? Because this loser said he was going to get this tattooed on his back, like he knew anything about it. You fucking back scratcher, you brown noser. No. I can't stand you. You're the most hideous thing, dude. Since the beginning, before I even met you in the flesh, what did I say he was? Hades is Uncle Nasty. He's disgusting. He's foul. He's like that dirty, filthy uncle. I told you. Don't you get that vibe off him? Like, if he sat in the room, you'd feel uncomfortable because he's a weirdo creepo in the fucking room. Just, like, watching you, taking pictures, being weird, trying to drink with you, trying to be young. He's a weirdo. Can't stand that guy. He's so the energy of it, isn't he? Foul. Outcursed it into the dark lands. Never to have known love. Only lust that cannot satisfy. Loser, enjoy your life. As the goddess of hell, I am just all-powerful. And they are all powerless. I love it. Anyways, Today, magicians and witches explore these mysteries through Hermetic Kabbalah, and the rose is the permanent flower of the Western occult tradition, as the lotus is in the East. Rose, per her placement of the tree of life, is associated with the heart and the sun. The Victorians considered the different colors of the rose have individual meaning: red for love, yellow for friendship, white for purity. As Shakespeare said, no matter what color or variety, a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. Traditional folklore associates the rose with Venus for magnetic love and friendship. Can I stop there? Did you hear my teaching last night? Lucifer was the morning star, considered to be Venus, that of love. He was made of love. But just like me, he wouldn't give it. So it turned sour. He was made of love, all of us were. We chose not to give it, not to use that part of our power, the most powerful power we were given. You can look through it all the time. I mean, Aphrodite is not Venus. You can look through all of it. It's hilarious. Traditional folklore associates the rose with Venus for magnetic love and friendship, as the scent attracts. Rose petals are used in all manners of love spells to draw a lover to you. Likewise, due to its protective thorns, a rose is also ruled by Mars. Men are from what? Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Rules both. As the flower of Venus certainly overshadows the thorns of Mars. Because of this, roses are also considered protective and are often visualized as the aura of a psychic practitioner, firmly holding energetic boundaries while still remaining friendly. And that's why there's that huge rose offering underneath Christ, and why the roses are here. Those are carnations, but there's always roses. And then I have the rose water back there. You fell asleep. Are you not feeling well?
No.
That's crazy. You fell asleep at like 7:30. Did you know it's only like 9?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, I'm going to finish up, but you fell asleep super early. I didn't know what was going on. Today was National Relaxation Day. I said it must have hit you because you never fall asleep. All right, here we go. Plant spirit. The rose is the supreme healer of the heart, helping us feel more fully embodied and anchored in the love of the heart. Rose holds the vibration of unconditional love, and unconditional love is the source of all healing. The heart of rose is simple 5-petaled pattern. No matter how complex it appears, the 5 petals are like the points of the witch's pentacle, which is the same as his fucking Metatron's cube. Balancing the water of emotions, air of intellect, earth of the body, and the fire of passion with the harmony of spirit. Huh, baby? No, I didn't try. But I didn't have a choice. You were sleeping. The pinnacle of both protects us from spiritual harm and opens the gates to the forces we need in order to grow in our lives while keeping our focus on divine love. Divination meaning. Rose tells you to seek love and beauty and harmony in our lives. Rose stands at the center of the tree, making signs as above, so below, and crowned in divine knowledge. Center yourself in your heart and feel all creation spread above, below, and around you. Find the beauty in yourself. Find the beauty all around you, and see what opportunities for true divine love can be found in your current situation. The root of the rose is the harmony of the sun in the heart of the tree of life. As it stands on the earth and keeps the mysteries sub rosa, rose can appear in a reading when you need to be more open deeply to your spiritual path and seek a center. Reversed. Reversed rose asks you to look where you might be unbalanced and lacking harmony. Are you closed down to love? Are you blind to beauty? Love and beauty can be found in all things, even in the most devastating. It does not diminish the pain or harm, but it helps move through and take appropriate action. Rose can also indicate speaking too much and the need to keep things secret or sub rosa. Affirmation. I am divine love, beauty, and harmony. So yeah, I have rose petals that I carry, but I also have my own. So, you'll always see me foraging. Matter of fact, there is a huge bush of lavender down by the creek, and I was just going to go get some lavender from down there, because it's just, not packaged, just fresh from the ground. I was thinking about doing that. I told my daughter about it the other day. There's tons of them up there. They're going to die soon anyways. Alright, so I wanted to show you that one specifically because the calla lily obviously is named after me. We'll read that one too. And then I'm going to move through this book and just run through a bunch of them on you. What do you do with these? Some of them brew them into potions and use them as oils. Some of them use them, I don't know what they do with these potions, to be honest. I'm a fire witch. So I put all this shit together in a burning dish, and I pray over it, and I listen to music, and I send my prayers through it. Alright, so this is the moon, sun, Venus, and Pluto. Water and earth. Let's see. Calla lily is used in magic for beauty, fascination, glamour, and enchantment. Is the mystery plant, not being a true lily or a true calla. The folk name includes arum lily, the trumpet lily, for its white trumpet-like shape. The lily itself is reminiscent for both female and male genitalia, depending on the perspective, giving rise to the idea of being a fertility, virility, and sexual plant of magic. And of course, as Lilith, it's all about sexuality. Anyways, and that's what it is these guys have no idea. They try to harness their Lilith powers, you know what I mean? But they don't even know what the power is inside of them. So somebody like fucking Wolfman over there trying to harness his sexuality and trying to use that to lure women in, to make him feel powerful. He doesn't actually understand the power behind sexuality. He knows what sex magic is, and so he can use a woman to manifest something. But it's all minimum because it's all flesh serving. It's nothing real. Nothing real. And so he uses women as I do, rolls them up and burns them and puts his wishes into them, into the smoke. I like to do it without hurting anybody myself. But in the essence, it's like, you have, that's what it is. And someone like, Jonica and shit, it's like, as long as I can seduce you, I can keep you. That's a lot of work. You're getting blown up over that. I don't want to have to work to keep a purse. He needs women to manifest, and she needs Russ to manifest. There's no manifesting. She needs a credit card. She needs a sugar daddy, and she found the perfect one, and he is okay with being that one, which means he just has no respect for himself. And you can see that in the way he carries himself and the lack of fucking personal love and hygiene. Like, it doesn't mean if you own all the fucking baggy clothes in the world, bro. You're still trying to hide your body under materials. You're still trying to hide your fucking self behind fucking gold and silver. You're trying to hide yourself behind the things of this world. If you have enough of it, they won't see who you really are. And that's supposed to what? Buy your way into heaven. Okay. It leaks the root of the crown, being unfolded white flower, and associates with sleep, peace, and peaceful crossing over in the death process. In life events, we would associate with death and rebirth. June said she dreamt about me for 2 nights in a row. She said it scared her the other day. She said I was scared all day. I didn't ask what she saw. I was like, if you saw me, then you saw me in the astral worlds. You saw me out of my form. I'm a Holy Spirit, and other people can't reach me. So you were meant to see what you saw, whatever you saw. And that's what happened to Morgan. God came and showed Morgan my whole divorce and my whole awakening. Everything, all the time, from there to there, so that she could have respect to see that I was like her, that I had been through shit like her. She saw it all in a dream. It's all there. If you tap into the collective conscious, you can see everything, all times. But to have access to mine, that's special access. It's not like a practitioner could. It's like the sword of truth, dude. They'll show you the truth if you're worthy of seeing the truth. And because they want you to see into my life or see me, and in essence, if she saw me, then I was there. I don't know where I go in the night. I'm not here. But anyways, as far as the dreams and shit, and that's what mugwort is, one of those ones. Be careful with that, though. You can get lost in the astral worlds with that motherfucker. I use that very lightly. I have a sleep pouch with some mugwort in it. I have to put it on myself so that nobody else, it doesn't bother anyone else. But I go into the deepest, craziest zones of who knows where. It can help us in any magic where we need to make an end and a fresh start over, or we need to bring our spiritual connection into the material world and its practical concerns. I'm not going to go into the divinatory meaning and all that. Let's start learning some other ones. Let's see. So, yarrow, folklore for the herb soldier's wounded wart as one that's used to stop bleeding. Dried stalks are used to make an I Ching stick for divination. Burn it in divination incense. Woodworm. This is an addictive and poisonous herb if eaten or swallowed. I told you, don't burn it around them. It has a long history of being burned in incense for prophecy, divination, and astral projection. Let's see, what else do we got? Vervain or verbenum. Sometimes called vervan, the herb of enchantment, used in spells for cleansing, purification, love, protection. Make an infusion of leaves and sprinkle it around your house or an area for exorcism. Grow plants in your garden for steady flow of money. Burn it in incense to defend against psychic attacks. You got that? I'm teaching the ones that I have and what you need for these things. Let's see. Blessed thistle, also known as holy thistle. This herb can be added to incense to break hexes and curses. Folklore says to grow it in deeder thieves, whatever that means. Spearmint. Although like peppermint, this herb is less powerful. It has a highly esteemed by ancient cultures, which used its aromatic cleansing properties when scouring tables. Add to healing incenses. Sandalwood. There's white and there's a couple of different ones. I use red sandalwood chips, I think. Use the powder alone or with other herbs and incenses for gaining occult knowledge, removing anxiety, protection, exorcism, and purification. Red sandalwood and red sanders have different purposes and not as strong as white sandalwood. There you go. Let me see. St. John's wort I don't use, but most people do. It repels ghosts and unwanted spirits. Sage. I told you, start with sage. That's what I started with. That's what I use all the time. I burn more sage than anything I burn. It's the water and everything I start with. I just add shit to my sage, but there's always sage. Although associated with Native American practice, this herb has other connections also. Use it in healing and prosperity spell bags and incense. Hang it over the door to repel ill fortune. I use it for all sources of cleaning and protection. All sources. Rue, which was actually at the top of our shit as soon as I pulled the cards. Where were you, Rue? I guess I don't know. Rue was right here. They're all in here. Most of them I just saw it at the top. Celtics use this herb to defend against curses and spells of dark magic. Use fresh sprig to sprinkle consecrate water when doing blessings and healings. Burn it to get things moving in your life. Rosemary. You can buy any type of rosemary. You can do it on fucking food stamps. Rosemary, I put on a lot of shit. The needles of this shrub were used in religious ceremonies in many ancient cultures. It is powerful against evil influences of any kind. Add to incense, bath water for purification, cleansing, exorcism, love, and clear thinking. You hear how many of these I use for exorcisms? What do I use all my herbs for? Banishment, healing, and protection. I don't bring in money, but I have some shit like that if I'm feeling low, I can use some of this oil and make some shit happen. It's been a long time since I felt desperate, but I did, I do have potions to do such things. Red sandalers, and so that's also what they said known as red sandalwood. The ground wood of this tree is used for incenses for protection, purification, love, and healing. Pines. I use all different kinds of pine needles. My favorite is the juniper needles. They're so good. Burn crushed needles to purify the home. Straw blend for the purpose consists of pine, cedar, and juniper. And that's what I told you. They're so good, bro. I need to get some more of that. Just reading these is going to remind me because I haven't been over to go get herbs. I typically get herbs from the ISIS store because they have a good selection. But also I get my oils from Herbs and Arts on Colfax and they have a good selection too. So it just depends on where you want to get them. If you get your herbs from the witchcraft store, just have an intention that they've already been touched. So you need to bless the herb before you use the herb. That shit's already been touched. They're sitting there thinking dirty thoughts as they're pouring this shit into the bottle, bro. That shit has already been touched by somebody's dirty ass thoughts. Why? Because they don't think right in there. What are you talking about? Ritual craft on 44th? Yeah, they're a little weird. Alright, put the needles into the dream pillow. Peppermint. Make an infusion of peppermint leaves. Sprinkle around the ritual room to get rid of negative vibrations. So that's it. When you're drawn to peppermint, just drink it. Patchouli is my least favorite, bro. No, that's right up there with Nong Champa. I'll do it if I have to, but Jesus, please don't make me. Use this herb sparingly. The odor can be quite strong. Use incense for clairvoyance and divination. Yeah, bro, I don't need to look that hard. Oak moss, myrrh, another resin. Burn myrrh to purify and protect, heal, and exercise. I've been burning that, so I have that. I'll keep going through this. There's so many that are not even in here. Mugwort. This can be added to incense for scrying with crystal ball or magic mirror. Divination, strengthening psychic powers. Its powers are stronger when picked under the full moon. Gathering it for the summer solstice for good luck. Mistletoe. Can't find them, motherfuckers. Mint. Meadow sweet. I do have. This is one of the 3 most sacred druid herbs, along with mint and vervain. Sprinkle around the house and ritual areas to attract blessings from the gods. Majorum is in there. Marigold. Nope. Got lots of it in there. The leaves of the lemon scent herb can brew into tea and help with depression. Use dried leaves and love charms. Lavender, I told you. Ancient Egypt used the flower of this plant for purification baths and to its incense for healing and to see ghosts. Juniper. Folklore says that the holy tree of the northern earth, mix with thyme and add to divination or trance incense. A string of berries can be hung. I have juniper berries too, but those are for the Morgan. Can be hung to attract love. Jasmine. I don't have it at Irish moss. Holly is hard to find. You can't find that either. Hawthorn. I have the hawthorn berries. Make an infusion of hawthorn, and that's for, again, the juniper berries are for the Egyptians, for Isis, and the hawthorn berries are for Morgan. Forgive me. Make an infusion of hawthorn blossoms and bloom near the 1st of May. It'll purify anything if it's sprinkled upon. Folklore says that the blossoms have a highly erotic scent that affect men. Ooh, come here. Let me try this out on you. I'm always trying to try some shit out. Frankincense is what I've been burning a lot of. Sometimes called Oli balm. The part of this herb is used to actually the resin and the gum form of the tree. It is burned to raise vibrations, purify, consecrate, protect, and exercise. And it also aids in meditation. Let's keep moving. Dragon's blood. These are all heavy duties. The heavy duties are the myrrh, frankincense, dragon's blood. Don't fuck with the Nong Champa, they're patchouli. I'm telling you which ones are really heavy duty. Dragon's blood. The herb is actually the resin from the fruit of the tree. Usually only a pinch is needed in incense, powerful to be felt. Add the incense, oh god, bath salts for love, purification. I wouldn't take a bath in that shit. Deity of Crete is one I use, also called hop manjorum. This herb is powerful when used in incense to help spirits manifest a visual form. I didn't know I did that. I mean, I see them. I see dead people. It also is helpful when burned in divination incense. Let's see, cloves. I usually drop, if I'm doing it, I'll drop 3 cloves. It's always 3. The part of the clove is used to undevelop blossoms. Grind and add into incense and powers to stop gossip, repel negative forces. And add into bags to attract the opposite sex. It's not working. Cinnamon, yes, we use a lot of cinnamon. The ancient herbs, I like the cinnamon chips better than the oil. The ancient herb has a wide variety of magical uses. Burn it to attract the very highest spirits. Heal and stimulate clairvoyance. A mixture of cinnamon and myrrh makes a wonderful all-purpose incense. It also attracts prosperity. What else do we got in here? Cedar. I burn a lot of cedar. Wood and needles from this tree used in many cultures in religious and magical rituals. It is associated with the summer solstice. Burn the wood or needles to repel evil, good spirits. Did you notice that it's all about spiritual work? I'm either bringing them in or casting them out with all of this shit. Well, I am the high priestess. Do you need an exorcism? I'm ready for it. And that's why I said it's going to cost more, because I got to buy all the shit to bring with me. I was literally going to launch all this. It's like, I can do house cleanings and I can do all this shit, but it's going to cost more because I got to buy all this shit. I mean, I had the shit, but I still need some shit. Alright, cedar. Let's see, brooms. I have, broom tops. This was a druid's sacred tree. Folklore says, burn the blossoms to calm the wind. What else have we got in here? Bergamot. Yup. I didn't get bergamot. I should probably get it in its own. But I had it on a already built incense, and I just broke the incense into my other shit. The leaves of this herb make a delightful tea. Use the power, incense, and spell bags for good health and friendship. Not very important. Let's see. Star anise. I have those. I only use them during, obviously, like, you know, fucking pumpkin spice season. They're very strong. Burn, let's see, where is it? The licorice scented seeds can, yeah, and when those seeds start on fire, they pop, so you gotta be careful in your dishes when you're burning this type of shit. The licorice scented seed can be stuffed into a small pillow to ward off nightmares. They also avert the evil eye. So those are just the ones that were listed in this book. And then you got the fucking 40 that are in this book, and then every other book I go to has a bunch of them. I taught you all of those because I wanted to specify which ones you use to ward off evil. I'm very magical. I always say this. I have Professor Snape's fucking closet in my trunk. It's a box that's filled with all of them, bro. But I have them all over the fucking place, bro. I have ritual bags. My original ritual bag is here underneath my fucking altar, and it has an unbelievable blend that's sitting in there that's mixed with all kinds of it's got graveyard dirt, it's got white sage, it's got all kinds of shit mixed in there already for emergencies, along with my holy water and my freaking, you know, all my spirits and shit. And then you mix all this together. It's like, I could pull out one, or I could pull them all out, and we're really good. Like, it's like, how much faith do you have in this one herb? And that's where it is if we were in one part of the, you know, the planet, we can't get a hold of all this. Luckily now you can go to fucking Home Goods, Whole Foods, and find out most of this weird shit. And, what are they called? I can't remember the word that it's called. There's a word for this shit, but, they had healing properties. Everything comes from herbs. They really do. Most everything. And so that's why everybody was, you know, especially the Middle East, was like, you know, just stop eating the animals. Everything you need, the planet has. It's like, oh, I want some meat, though, dude. I love the cows, too. I do. They taste delicious. God made me as a carnivore. I don't know what to do about it. Alright, I'm gonna read these little cards and let you go. So the herbs, I just want to point out, that's the cover. It all starts in the garden. And we're always guided to bring shit back. Underneath that all, here it is. It's not even underneath. Oh, please don't fall. I made such an awesome altar under there. There's a mixture of flowers in here. From my first awakening, we would bring all these flowers to the altar and we put them underneath. They would sit on top of the stones and underneath the crystal ball and, you know, absorb all the energy. And I keep them. Occasionally, I've had to pull a pinch out and put it into one of my blends. But these are charged from the beginning. And that's what it is like all of this stuff is charged by what? The fucking gods, bro. This is a whole gateway. You might think it's just I don't know. If you'd have to watch me long enough to know I open gateways, bro. These aren't just altars, bro. They're gateways. I can't wait to get to fucking Skinwalker Ranch and open that motherfucker up. It's gonna be a good one. Alright, let's go to number 6. I went to number 7, spellcasting. Not right now. On page 40 and 41, there is no garden in the world, or no gardener in the world, who understands and worships nature quite like the witch does. For the path of the green witch is tied to ancient tradition and ritual, the roots of which were forged centuries ago and ancestors of the old. Over the centuries, witches learned how to use hallucinogenics, plants, to travel within to connect with the spirits and to take the journey from the mind to discover herbal knowledge from their healing work. As soon as I say this, I'm seeing the mushrooms. For their healing work and other magical purposes. Mind-altering substances is what they're talking about. Now is the time to get your hands dirty and dig up within the within and unearth your natural affinity to the flora world. As you sow plants and tend to your own plot, think outside of the box for a moment and listen for the subtle messages of wisdom that emit from the plant world, as each variety has its own restorative properties and unique healing abilities so that you can draw and learn from. And don't go out picking plants, dude. If you're walking somewhere and you see one pretty flower and nowhere, leave that. That is the only flower to feed the bees. If there's plenty for them to eat, then fine, enjoy one. But don't take the only one that everyone can enjoy. And teach your children that too. Don't take the only flower that they can, you know what I mean? It's meant to be beautiful. It's meant to live. They always die. But in their life is so beautiful, and they service so many people, you know what I mean? You walk past a garden, there's only one flower, don't pick it. Because everybody gets to see that one flower in that garden. And especially those that need it most, which are those that feed off it. You never need to stray far away from the garden gates, for an herb garden of your very own will supply you with the pick of the crop when it comes to choosing cures and ailments and ingredients for magical recipes. Allow the deep medicinal properties of herbs to restore your healing connection with Mother Earth. And as magic begins to grow, I'm getting downloads. As magic begins to grow in your own backyard, a new alliance will be forged within yourself and the medicinal magic of the natural world. What did you get? Well, I feel like my son, it was my daughter, but out of the corner of my eye, I was like, he's going to come out hungry. And I was going to tell him, when he said that, I saw my cereal. What did I get? Shredded wheat. Frosted shredded wheat cereal. It's wheat. Grown outside. And I'm going to put some sugar on that shit and some milk, and that's going to be dessert for me. It's an herb. It's a fucking plant. It's a fucking plant from outside that I'm having for fucking dessert. You know what I mean? Going back to all of those, it's like there's so much more than just what it does, you know, magically. All of your pills that you take, your over-the-counter pills, come from, I can show you literally in this book how to make aspirin. I can show you how to do some crazy shit with this book. And that's what it is they took the old remedies, you know, toothpaste. Before there was toothpaste, people used peroxide and baking soda, and they made a paste. And they would put that on their teeth, and they never had no teeth problems. So then later, they decided to make a paste that tasted better, so they put stuff like pure spearmint and peppermint into it. But always still had the same properties, right? Which you'll see on your toothpaste is like it comes with peroxide for, you know what I mean, whitening, or, you know what I mean,
They used mint and cinnamon. What are you talking about?
mint, yeah, in the cereal, or in the toothpaste?
No, just as the leaves. They used that instead of toothpaste.
Yeah, I'm talking about, well, I'm just saying the development of it. So originally, you know, a painkiller and shit like that, like if you had, you know what I mean, that's those old remedies. Well, pharmaceuticals and big companies took these great ideas. It was like, I can make money off of that. I can put that in a pill form, and I can put that in a bottle, and we could sell that. We can sell that idea. But the original idea just came from the land to begin with. We all lived off the land. You know what I mean? Oregon Trail, where we had to find our own remedies. We were our own doctors, our own priests, our own hunters, our own police.
That's the hardest game in the world.
Is it for you?
No,
We grew up on those.
It's
We grew up on that game. It was the coolest game. It was like, it came with the computer system. Like, we know that we got the Apple computer, and with the Apple computer came Oregon Trail. It was the coolest thing ever. And a floppy disk. It's like, that's how old you are? I'm Oregon Trail floppy disk old. The Apple computer. And don't make me repeat the fucking, the DHL fucking connection. Beep, beep, beep.
You were born when everything was set.
I was born before Jesus, bro. Let's just talk about it. Alright, moving on. I just want to point that out. Everything you need is out there, and especially start feeding yourself. Did you know you could grow your own potatoes? Meat and potatoes, people. Meat and potatoes. You can grow your own corn. You can grow your own fruits and vegetables, bro. Okay, the trees take a little longer. You're going to take forever to grow some of these fruit trees, but you can start with grapes. They grow pretty fast. You can start with freaking, you know what I mean, tomatoes. You can start with a lot of things. Why? Because, again, it's independence. Before, we couldn't. We had to go to the people that had the knowledge and the wisdom, that had the resources. We had to go and buy from others. We had to buy from them the people that put in the work. Put in the work and save yourself the, you know what I mean? And then it's not just you can feed. You're gonna need this, dude. Famines will come. Are you watching the price of food? Holy motherfucking moly. Alright, let's see. Light side unveiled. A deep connection with nature calls you to reclaim the path of the Green Witch and your role as an herbalist. Study and work with herbs for healing and spell work as you further attune to power of nature in balance and harmony. I'm waiting for some dickhead to come up here and say, this is blasphemy, you're teaching them witchcraft. I think I'm gonna slap you. Where's your mother? Did she ever cook in the fucking... She never added anything to your fucking Hot Pockets? Your Hot Pockets, get it? Ah, that's hilarious. Shadow side unveiled. Nature calls you to explore your earthly roots and heal. Spend time outdoors and free yourself from all ailments of mind and body as you open up to the powerful medicine properties of nature. I'm going to give you an incantation. Street gardens of medicinal powers. Magic hidden in plants, herbs, and flowers. Magical cures to bring about ease, from soothing the skin to healing disease. Herb garden magic is worked with harm to none, so mote it be. There it is done. Alright, if you have a garden, or if you have space for a garden, grow a few magical herbs in your window box. Choose well for spells, healing, and charms from the following. They have rosemary for psychic protection and to a peace of mind to prevent nightmares, sage for cleansing and purification, thyme for courage, strength, and a positive attitude, basil for happiness, love, peace, and money, mint for banishment, mugwort, which vibrates at the same frequency as the moon. Adding mugwort to a pot of tea is completely safe. I would not do it. And will infuse your body with moon magic. You need to really read that. I don't do that. Taking a bath in it or sleeping with it is dangerous enough. Ingesting it might be overboard. You might start tripping. Really? Yeah, bro. You might start tripping. Like, seriously hallucinating. I'm just saying. They say they do it. I don't know. Karen and her friend fucking Ashley be over there having tea time on Friday nights tripping. Bitch, you tripping. What's in your cup? I don't want to know. I'm not drinking with you bitches. Alright, curses and remedies come from the same shit. What? How do we get rid of them? I just told you. That's why I had to teach you all that. Why? Because there's beginners, and once you awaken, you're under attack of the dark. Why? Because they don't want you to awaken. You're gonna blow their cover. You're gonna start telling people secrets and shit. On page 107. Root to the earth to connect with the ancient plant teacher who shows you how to heal. Steeped in mystery and superstition, our healing history is shared among the hedge growers. It starts with the herbs. For we witches are brave and hardy sort who have survived for centuries, healers and herbologists. Hidden recipes for natural brews and tinctures have all cured and healed, although many of us have been killed for such powerful secrets as these. I'm telling you the secrets. Healing knowledge and folk, and that's what it is. It's like I'm empowering you of what to do to protect your family against spiritual and psychic fucking attacks. The unseen, bro. Are you too good to burn some sage, some incense, to take a bath to protect your children and your family? This is the way of our idea. This is the way of the priestess, is to empower the oppressed. This is why they want me to stop, bro. If I teach too many people how to protect themselves, then they can't be fought. I made a huge video about this earlier. It's like, I am taking an hour of my time. I know this. I do this regularly. I don't need to study this. I am teaching you what you need to know, the ancient ways to protect your families. I am fully aware that I'm talking to nearly 2,400 men. Why? Because you set the fucking standard. You teach these families. You teach your women. You teach your children the ancient ways. And they're going to really be blown away by some shit like this. No man has ever gone into the, you know what I mean, into this. And there is, actually. He's a really great witch. His name is Jason Miller. He writes 3 of my books over here. Teaches about all kinds of shit like that. Consorting with the spirits. And he wrote this book that I taught everyone, I guess we'll have to start reading again, is Protection and Reversal Magic. You don't know the people around you that don't pray to God. Why? Because they don't let you know. But once they realize that you're waking up into the light, they're going to try to steal your light because they're not from the light. People hate that I'm happy, that I'm peaceful, that I don't worry, that I'm not stressed, that I'm not chasing, that I'm all powerful. They want that so bad in their lives. I wish I could just be like her. I wish I could just be funny. I wish I could be creative. I wish I could chill. I wish I had all of these things. Wish in one hand and shit in the other. No, just kidding. In the essence, and that's what they want from you. They know you're on a road to happiness, and they want to stop you because there's no happiness where they are. They want to hold you back from your happiness because you won't. There's no way that that your happiness doesn't equal their happiness, and nor should it. You're going places without them, and they don't want you to go. And so people will be mentally attacking you, emotionally attacking you, all subliminally, of course, and spiritually attacking you. There's only one of me that teaches people. I have yet to find someone that goes around taking curses off, breaking hexes, and fighting the good fight. I teach you how to do this within yourself. And if you need me, I always tell you I can do that for you too. I can do a house cleaning or an exorcism. High Priestess Phoenix, the number 6 at Gmail. I can do all that shit, and from afar. I don't have to really roll up now. I used to have to think I had to be there. But if we could work coordinatorily, I can tell you what to do, and I can be there, you know what I mean, in the spirit with it and make it happen that way. But I just want to tell you, it's like, this isn't just for a show. It's important for you and your families to know this information, as it was for me to protect myself. You know what I mean? So when I walk into ritual craft, there's something dark in there that tries to grab my daughter. She can feel it on her skin, something itchy trying to grab her. So I have to give her that bag to hold every time we go in there to protect her from whatever the fuck is in that store. It doesn't touch me. I walk in and all things bow, but not to her. She's not the dark. I am the dark. So they're not trying to take me. They're trying to, love me. Whereas they want to take her light. Yeah. So, in essence, I'm just saying, I'm teaching you this for a reason, not just to have another upload, because I've done a lot of these. Hidden recipes for natural brews and tinctures have been cured, blah, blah, blah. Healing knowledge and folk medicine are sought after enigmas that were taken from the old and unwritten ways and handed down orally by witches of old. The witchery healers cure ailments and suffering through herbal teas, tinctures, and potions, all of which are brewed up in a cauldron, of course. I have a mini cauldron. You'll see me pull it out when we get closer to, winterish, autumn and winter. I don't really brew that. I'm lying. I do. I keep that thing brewing throughout the night. What do I do with the stuff is what's weird. Seriously, yeah, I just add more water and more stuff to that shit every night, and it's brewed under a little tiny oven that is brewed with a tea candle that brews for 6 hours while we sleep. Discovering curative roots, herbs, spices, and plants combined earth and home with pure witchy healing magic. As a natural healer yourself, use and trust your inner instincts as you seek and draw from the power of nature to make therapeutic remedies and cures I'm seeing something in my car. Infusions, poultries, and poultries, and salves. What am I seeing in my car? I have collected herbs and sticks and flowers and fucking pine cones all over the U.S. I have very special herbs that are collected in my car that are all going to be used most of them will be used at Skinwalker's Ranch to open up that gate. Really? They can't be replicated. They had to be pulled from sacred lands. The shit that's in my car can't be replicated. I can't. I literally was on top of mountains pulling 4 seeds, 3 berries, a tree, a stick from this tree. There's the shit that's in my car, bro. It can't be replicated. I had to literally go to the lands and forage the crazy shit that's in there. Most of it is oak. Oak and pecan from Mr. Plum's. I needed to carry all of those with me. I've been carrying those for fucking 3 years. Since the first time I went to his house, I was guided to take a whole bunch of his oak branches. And he wanted to collect them anyways. He has to pick them up before the lawnmower comes, the lawnmower man. And I was guided to take a bunch of them. I've used them on a few of my ceremonies, but the oak tree is all back to the druids. Everything that's in there, bro. And that's, you know what I mean, down to my wolf spirit and shit. Where did you get this? On the top of a mountain, doing a sage burn on the top of the mountain while I was visually sitting with the red chief. And he was showing me time of what happened to the tribes. And he was also showing me the story of the wolf killer. That was crazy. Remember I was getting those weird downloads? It scared the shit out of me. Those were weird downloads. That one and the Aaron Hernandez download was the scariest, bro. I'm getting ready to go on a date or whatever. Ezekiel asked me to go out and have some drinks and shit, and the whole fucking soul tribe knows that I'm about to go out with this guy, so they start hating, putting this hate-ass energy to where he doesn't even show up. And I am laughing in my car because I can feel all this energy, and I know this guy's going to stand me up because my boys is hating on him. And I'm making jokes, and all of a sudden I see myself projected. I don't know what it is at first. I think it's one of my boys' fucking visions. I'm in theirs because we're all just making fun. It's Aaron Hernandez, bro. I'm projected into Aaron Hernandez's body when he goes and he starts beating the shit out of someone at a stoplight. I'm trying to figure out which one of my twin flames are having this visual about beating the shit out of fucking Ezekiel. Like, this isn't cool. We were just going to go have who's thinking like this? And then I see it, and it turns into a huge fucking teaching between him, the Menendez brothers, and Michael Jackson, and R. Kelly. Are you serious? Yeah, that was one of the weirdest downloads. I've had some weird ones, bro. I've had some weird ones. I'm telling you. Anyways, However, seeking a path of a healer has meant personal upheaval, emotional pain, and loss. It was the only cure. When hurt and pain take the toll, it's hard to believe you will ever overcome grief. That is a time when you will heal. Slowly, your soul will knit together the fragments that have been scattered, and you will soon feel whole again. To stand truly in your power as a healer, ancestral lines and past life trauma need to be addressed. Getting to the root of the problem is the only remedy to ensure healing on the deepest level. All right, quiet, please. Are you making all those?
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
I'm supposed to be quiet. You woke me up.
Well, he's interrupting. I don't even want to start with this. Anyways, it says right here, and this goes back to Wolfman, you know, you can't speak on Carl Jung's studies until you've actually faced your fucking childhood. If you can't look back, then don't even open the book, bro. His whole teaching is about going in and fixing yourself from the traumas you've experienced. You cannot sit there, the weirdo that you are, and expect us to think that you're not a traumatized little boy that ran away to the military and can't find his way home, that needs a new girl in the bed every fucking place he goes, and has a very huge look-at-me attitude. Where is your father? I could say our Father who art in heaven, but where's your Father? Where does all this stem from? Do not speak of Carl Jung or the gods when you are nothing more than a mere man trying to satisfy your flesh and run from your past failures. Which in essence means you're running straight into your future is your past, and you're nothing more than a failure. You're no closer to love or direction. You have no financial security or actual purpose. You're nothing more than another tarot reader, and if you don't get naked for the girls, then what sets you apart, Wolfman? Are you any better than the tarot readers that you collaborate with on all your live videos? If anything, they're more positive, and they tell you to shut that negativity down. Women are always telling you to behave. How does that feel? And that's why you stay in the presence of women. Because if a man told you, you'd have to actually do something about it. You have no male authority in your life that taught you. So now you walk around as this overblown male authority with no authority or knowledge whatsoever. I would say you're cursed to have a fucking filthy, whorish daughter, but they will not let that fucking rebreed. They will not let your seed rebreed. Why? Because look at you. It's sour. They will come out just like you, a filthy whore. Where does that stem from, Oscar? Is your sister a filthy whore? Is your mother a filthy whore? Or is it your father, the filthy whore? Somebody learn, this is learned behaviors to sleep around for love and affection, as well as it is for, the rest of us. You have a bit of Lilith in you there, my friend. You might want to fix that, as I told you the first day I met you 9 months ago, as you're over there still posting pictures for fucking filthy whores. Good God. And they're the whores themselves. Who taught you this, ladies? To whore yourself out for some man's pleasure. Spread it real wide so that he can feel real good. So that what? For material gain. So you can have material security.
What if they just need the money? Their sister might have cancer and they can't afford it. It's not funny. You're just a hater.
No, it's the way you said it. I'm a super hater. And so are you, and you're just coming in with your hate crimes.
I'm not hating.
Shut up. Shut up. I was nice about it for like 3 days. I'm going to tell you straight up. Shut up. If you're living with chronic pain or fatigue, don't be too proud to seek appropriate health and medication and get plenty of rest. Alright, so let's see what they got over here. Well, it's just telling you about some jars and stuff. Apple vinegar, that's nasty. It's telling you about some stuff to try for some remedies. I told you a bunch of them. A whole bunch of them. So, that's the whole point. I was just trying to teach you how to protect yourself from, attacks. And then there's a lot of that in there that you can use for, home remedies. There's plenty of them. We use a lot of them. They're great. Well, with that being said, tomorrow we will face more funness, and I'm not sure when, but I can feel that we're going to do a huge teaching on the Egyptian gods, naturally, because it's about to roll out the red carpet, where we'll have the 5 days of the rollout of the carpet. But I need to get you guys prepared for that energy, just so you have an understanding of when the gods, specific gods, energies are upon us. You can feel it. Like, you can see it now. The more you'll learn with us, you'll learn whose energy we're in and realize that we're just in another time loop of a different time. You know what I mean? I'm going to teach you all of that good stuff. I teach you the mostest. What I teach you, though, mostly is don't be like these people, bro. Holding on to a dead way of life. Trying to be something that everybody else is. Let go of who you're trying to be. Deal with who you really are right now in this moment. And you will get 100% better. You can't be anything better than what you are, guys. And you're not dealing with what you truly are. And what you really are is a scared child with a lot of broken pieces that are hidden, and that's making you extremely fearful and disempowered. If you're still running from the past, then there's no way you can see the future, because you're looking behind you, making sure that motherfucker don't get you. You have to stop where you're going. If you want to have a future, you have to stop where you are and stay in the present and deal with the shit of the past. You don't want to be in the present, and you can't possibly go in the future like that. And that's the basis of it. If you want to know the difference between a spiritual, a fake, look at their lifestyle. Are they constantly going in the material world? Spiritual people are disconnected from the material world because that's how we become spiritual. We have to leave the material to be in the spiritual. The difficulty is coming back from the spiritual into the material. That's the true manifestation of a magician, is being able to take all of that and apply it into this world and turn it into gold, that's what I do. I spent all day with the gods, only to turn around and bring their messages to you that will be golden in your life. These will be new threads that you can hold on to of truth and walk with them. You walk with the gods through the messages I deliver to you. They're their messages, long forgotten. I'm nothing more than their messenger. Now, as far as the goddess, that's all me. That's all me. When we're talking about your feelings, nope, that's all me. When we get into the ugly ones and we gotta calm down, that's him. He teaches us how to have love, compassion, understanding, and forgiveness. It was a part of me. It is who I am. But right now, in order to relate to all of the energies here during the dark times, I have to be all the dark goddess. And that's what I tell Allie and tell Lewis. It's like, they're gonna eat you up, bro. That's amazing. Without even...
I've been scrubbing up.
You were scrubby-dub-dub in it. Well, anyways, with that being said, again, we're in a state of rest and rejuvenation. I don't know if you felt it, but don't push yourself. If you're feeling like you can, then do. If you feel exhausted, then sleep, dude. For the love of God, take care of your body. That's how I'd be like, dude, if I can relax, that's a great thing to be able to relax the mind, the body, and the spirit. But you have to give yourself permission to do such things. You give yourself permission to do such things. So we talked about the herbs, starting with number what? Number 1, roses. You can get rose water anywhere, and that's why you keep them around. You keep them around, dude. Got it? Okay, cool. Oils and all that, yeah, that's a whole nother thing, because that's what they are. They're just concentrated. The oils are concentrated freaking fragrances and shit. So, yeah. Why that one? I don't know. That's what I was supposed to do. I wasn't supposed to put it with my other ones, and I haven't moved this one yet either. I move things when I'm guided to. I leave things how they are. It's all guidance. Hey, I love you guys. I am hopeful for you to, start working on that. You know what I mean? Bring home some mints, to your wife and say, look, we're going to start having some tea. I heard it's good for us. You know what I mean? Let's start putting some lavender out to keep us calm. We'd be fighting a lot. Let's try some things. This is going to help us sleep better, dude. We stay up too late at night. Just stuff like that. Bringing some healing. That's all you're supposed to do with me, guys. Come get the healing and take it back to your homes. Take it back to your communities. Take it back. Don't you fucking take it to the studio or don't try to fucking coin it. I promise you. I have so many fucking people that I can show that will backfire on you enormously. Don't be a Judas. You don't take the message and try to coin it. Take the message and use it, bro, and change your life with it. And you'll make plenty of coins along the way. You're not going to get rich off of this. Not on the outside. But if you put this on the inside of you, you're going to change the poverty levels of all your family. Got it? Hey, I love you guys. Have a wonderful whatever. Laters, haters.